Dear Diary, July 26th, 2017. Yes, I'm live streaming because why the hell not? Been doing pretty good lately. You know, I haven't posted a Dear Diary in over a week, but I still have been like active on YouTube and social media, you know, mostly just like observing, like watching other people's comments or, you know, commenting myself. And, you know, everybody's live streaming and people are really getting into these 24-hour live streams, like 24 hours of Family Guy or 24 hours of South Park. And it's cool because like I like being in the chat, you know. Some people are like really funny and in the chat can get like pretty fun, and it's like it takes me back to the old days because I'm old, like when the internet was still like fresh and new. Chat rooms were the thing before like social media pages like really took off. So, you know, that's what you did. You went in the chat room and that's where you met Billy, who you thought was a beautiful, sexy Backstreet Boy looking kid, and it was actually, you know, Frank, who's like 60 and gross and, you know, masturbating alone in his studio apartment. But in the South Park live stream that I was in, I don't know, like 2 days ago, the live stream chats, a lot of them have moderators, and the moderators, you know, make sure that people aren't being abusive or offensive or bullying or spamming and, you know, just spamming website after website or whatever. Well, in this South Park live, I don't even know the name of the channel that was doing it because there's a couple of them. There was no moderators in the chat, and people were just being so disgusting and like porno. There's like porno YouTube, so it's like a fake YouTube profile, and they got like a sexy girl in the picture, and she'll be like, hey, you wanna come talk? I wanna talk to a cute boy, check out my channel. And then you go and there's no videos, but then in like the description it says, hey, go to this website. So it's like porn. But some of them are straight up like, oh, I want your big black D in my little white beehole. And I'm just like, oh, for real? Hey, I mean, whatever gets somebody to click, right? But I mean, I know there's that stuff out there, but it was just like spam after spam after spam and crap of this. But then what even made it worse was like there was no room for like chatting with normal people because you got the one people spamming, and then you just have these other people who are just saying N-word, 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 effing N-word. Let's burn all the N-words. Let's string up all the N-words. Let's have an N-word hanging. And it wasn't just directed at, you know, like black people. There was anti-Semitic remarks and remarks about how great Hitler was. And at first, because I mean, at first, you know, I was a little like taken back. I was like, what the hell? But then I realized like people like, they were doing it for shock. They wanted somebody to respond. They wanted somebody to be like, oh, how dare you? And then they would just like go and jump all over that person and just start attacking them. Like, I mean, I didn't comment anything because it took me 2 cigarettes, 2 seconds to figure out like what was happening. But I was just like, what? Even if you were trying to troll, even if you were trying to get a reaction out of somebody, like, they were literally trying to say the worst things that they could possibly think of to try to get a reaction out of someone. And at that point, to me, no offense, it was like, it was actually kind of comical. It was just like, really? Now, I'm black. Okay, so I have a pass. I can say the N-word. I can say the N-word and it's perfectly fine. I can say it whenever I want. Do I say it? No, I don't. It's not a part of my vocabulary. In fact, I don't have any racial slurs or prejudice slurs against LGBTQ. I don't use those words. I never have. I wasn't raised that way. My friends don't use those words. So it's not okay to say it. Like, I even, like, get upset when black people say it. I get more so upset when Polynesians say it. Like, okay, Tongans, why do you call each other the N-words? You're not black. You're not black. Like, don't say that. I don't get, no. Tongan people, no. Tongan, Samoans, Micronesians, no. You cannot say the N-word, okay? You're from a pretty little island, okay? Not a big continent of Africa where you were stolen and chained up, okay? Okay. Sorry, I just had to get that out. It's just like my little piece on that. But there's just like one situation in a drama that's going on YouTube in particular, but it's not the first one, and it won't be the last, where the N-word gets dropped on somebody's video, or somebody thinks somebody said the N-word or something like that, and then everybody blows up and racist gets thrown around, and then that person has to come and defend themselves, and I'm just like, it's kind of like, if you draw attention to it like that, it's almost like it's your fault. You're the one that's making it bad. If you're saying like, oh, you're a horrible person for saying the N-word, then I feel like you become a horrible person because you're like drawing attention to it and creating more hate than what the word was said. And a lot of times when the word gets dropped, it's in a context where somebody's explaining something, and I'm not saying like saying it is okay, but I'm just saying like it gets completely blown out of proportions. And then also, this might sound racist, but a lot of the times when the N-word gets dropped and people make big hullabaloo about it, the people that are making the hullabaloo about it are of the Caucasian persuasion. I mean, for the people who are just not trying to like jump on the most popular train to get on, you know, social media attention, for the people that genuinely care and are, you know, whatever race you are, you know, I'm glad that there's people that do actually care and that want to stick up for other people. But at the same time, it's just a word, okay? Granted, I don't like it when people use that word. I don't use that word myself, but it's just a word. And in fact, I feel like the more people say it, the less power it is given. It's like you can't say anything anymore because people are just gonna like explode over it, you know? People just get so worked up and freak out and point that prejudice bigot finger, you know, wherever they can. Anything you say, you're a bigot, you're a prejudice, you hate black people. Yeah, but see, and I think it's partly the people that are freaking out over it are the ones that are fueling these kids, like in these chats and stuff, spamming N-word, 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 N-word in all the chats. That you guys are like fueling these little trolls with your freakouts about the N-word, where there's no freak out due because no one was hurt. It just boggles my mind sometimes. You know, I've been called the N-word in my day, to hurt me, like to my face. This was before internet, okay, when I was like in elementary school, and it was said to be hurtful and to be a racial slur, and yes, it was hurtful, and you know, but I stuck up for myself, and instead of, this is what I preach on here. Instead of, you know, blowing up at that person or crying or whatever, I just, you know, I smiled, and when I came across that person again, I just approached them with kindness. And guess what? After a while, they were cool with me, and I was cool with them. And in fact, I can recall one person, we actually became friends. You can't fight hate with hate. You gotta fight it with love. Anyway, what was I talking about? Did I make any point in this video? I don't think I did. I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm home from work. I'm gonna go take a shower and go to sleep.